Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce GTX 1650 in Counter-Strike 2. This is the most popular GPU on Steam in what's gonna become the most popular game on Steam. This one is the Gigabyte Mini ITX OC model of the card. We are running it with the latest Nvidia drivers, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power-Up's GPU Z. It's a GDDR5 version of the 1650, so it's the slower model. There's also the GDDR6, which should be around 10% faster. And over on the left, we're pairing it with a Ryzen 7 5800X 3D and 32GB of RAM. This is to avoid CPU bottlenecks because I want this to be a GPU test. So let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, let's go over the settings first, and I got great news right here. You can finally select your native resolution in full screen mode. Previously, you had to do it in full screen windowed for some reason, so that means that you can select your refresh rate as well, and there's no input lag because of windowed. But yeah, we're starting at 1080p resolution using the default high settings preset, which enables MSAA 4 times. That's really intensive, so I'm gonna turn it down in just a little bit while we're testing, but everything else is set to high settings right here. Okay, here we have it, my friends. It seems like the 1650 is actually getting very similar FPS to what the GTX 1050 Ti got, but the 1050 Ti was on low settings, and this one is, of course, on high with 4 times MSAA at the same time. So I think the 1650 in Counter-Strike 2 must be a lot faster than the GTX 1050 Ti, not the usual, like, 25%-ish or so. The near smokes, as you can see, it gets down into the high 60s. We saw, like, 69, 68 right there. Oh, hello there. What the heck? Where did this one come from? 100 FPS is not really super high refresh rate of an experience, of course, but it's pretty okay, in my opinion. Wait a second. There's a couple of them there. Wait. Come on. Oh. Alright, anyway, we've already seen it with 4 times MSA. It's not the super high refresh rate experience that you might want, so it's time to disable it and play without MSAA. Doesn't really make that much of a difference in a 24-inch 1080p monitor. You can see a little bit more jaggies, of course, but it's not the end of the world. You can still see and spot people very well like this. And now we're getting quite a lot higher FPS, you know. This is considered a high refresh rate experience now. Yep, definitely. Look at that. Those averages going up. Very, very good. All right, let's see the FPS inside of the smoke. 80s, so not dropping into the 60s anymore. You can feel the slowdown, though, on a high refresh rate monitor. Still, even if it drops to the 80s, but it's not the end of the world, once again. It's much, much smoother than with 4 times MSAA enabled, that's for sure. Remember that we're still on high settings preset here, aside from the 4 times MSAA, and now it's good for 130 to 140 frames per second on average. That's pretty good. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, so many. Oh boy. No, 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 no. Oh, Glock. No, no, no. I don't want the Glock. Okay. Oh my god, that was a massive stutter there. What? Okay, the game is not out yet, by the way. What the hell? Seriously? But yeah, if you have a high refresh rate monitor with a GTX 1650, which you probably do, you know, to play Counter-Strike and other esports titles, CS2 is still gonna work very well, even on high. And you're probably used to play on low anyways. I did play CSGO on low settings instead of high settings, because it was much smoother in terms of stuttering and stuff like that. This game seems to stutter a bit less, although that huge stutter back there, I don't know what that was all about, you know? That was really, really terrible. But again, the game is still in beta. It's not the full release yet, so performance can change whenever it fully releases. By the way, I've seen somebody thinking that I was cheating because I can see the character models through the walls right here when I'm dead. It's just a casual feature, and you can't really communicate with your teammates whenever you are playing casual and you're dead. You can actually communicate with the enemy team in this mode. Let's continue here. It's probably, yeah, this is the last round that we're about to take a look at. Oh boy, look at that, down into the 60s with the explosion. I think there's somebody here, yep. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna throw a smoke. Hopefully that smoke helps our team a lot. Alright, I think that's about it for these settings, okay? High at 1080p, 137 average, 67 1% lows. That last slowdown inside... Oh, come on, we actually lost. The last slowdown inside of the smoke when the grenade exploded, that was pretty intensive and that was really noticeable. But still, it's not a perfect experience. Definitely very playable, and you can achieve a high rank playing like this, but I would probably stick to low settings, or maybe lower the resolution. I'm gonna test it out at 720p next. Alright, here we go. 1280 by 720 is now applied, and I'm back to 4 times MSAA here, which will make a big difference at this resolution. Didn't make as much of a difference at 1080p, but... yeah, the lower the resolution, the more important AA becomes. But you know what, guys? In Counter-Strike 2, I would actually stick to your native resolution, because I feel like I can spot people a little bit better that way, and spot the shadow detail as well, because even at low settings, there are shadows, and they are very accurate, and you can actually have a little bit of an advantage by spotting the shadow before the player peeks you. Alright, here we go. Start counting our FPS, getting 130s right here. It's going to be quite a bit smoother than at 1080p. It's not the same map though, but I can't really choose the map here in casual, guys, unfortunately. Hopefully that's going to be possible to do whenever the game comes out. Let's see, smoke. Oh! Bad timing. Alright, there we go. Let's throw a flash as well. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh my god, no, we're not. Anyway, now we can actually get close to the smokes and see the FPS dropping to the lower 100s. 1% lows are actually at 90, so it might actually have dropped. I don't know. Not dropping too much inside of this one. Again, down to the lower 100s. Maybe it hasn't dropped from 100 FPS. But anyways, if you really want to play on high settings with 4 times MSAA, and get a few more FPS than 1080p native resolution, this is probably the way to go. I'm not sure. I wouldn't really drop it down to the 4:3 resolutions, because I don't think this gives you as much of an advantage as it did in CSGO. Let's try it without MSAA next. Here we go, 720p native. Ooh, that's really pixelated right now, but it should give us quite a lot more FPS than what we saw previously, now up to almost 200 frames per second. Gonna throw a grenade there, and a smoke as well. And there's a guy there. Nice, we got him. Let's stand near the smoke here. There we go, 130s, that's not bad. Also, that RAM utilization, dude, that's pretty insane for Counter-Strike. Oh boy, people died here on B. Now I'm alone. I can hear them coming. I can hear them coming. Well, good thing is, now we can actually get very close to the smokes once again. See the FPS here, not bad. It's actually not dropping too much without MSAA near smokes. And I mean, now we can actually say that this is a truly high refresh rate experience all of the time, right? I'm hearing them steps, guys. I'm scared. They're inside. They're inside! God damn it, dude! These guys are pretty good. I can't do anything. I'm so sorry. But we're here to test performance anyways. And yes, I used to be good at this game, but now I'm really terrible. I don't know what happened. Alright, there we go. And the game is over. We got 187 FPS average, 104 1% lows. That's pretty good. Okay, next up, let's try 800 by 600 resolution. 1024 by 768 is very similar to what we saw at 720p. The pixel count is similar-ish. It's a little bit lower at 1024 by 768, but you can expect like 10 more FPS. The experience would be basically the same. We're using high settings once again with 4 times MSAA. Let's go. All right, back to Inferno. Look at those FPS right now. 200 plus is what we're getting with the 1650 at 800 by 600 with 4 times MSAA. That's pretty nice. Hello? Hello there. Throw a grenade inside of the smoke, see the FPS, in worst case scenario, dropping down into the 130s. Alright, so it seems like it's going to be a really high refresh rate experience all the way. Ooh, I totally forgot. Let's see with the fire effects as well. This is also pretty intensive. Not really. It's pretty much the same thing. They're actually pushing us, dude. Jesus. What the... No, 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 no. I am gonna knife you, boy. There we go. Nice. Anyway, it's probably time for us to check it out using no MSAA. So here we go, 800 by 600 high. Ooh, it's really pixelated right now. You can see a lot of shimmering. Start counting our FPS. To achieve these really high FPS, by the way, you will need a beefy CPU as well, not only the GPU. Something like a 4th gen i7 won't really cut it. I tested it with the i7 4770K, and it was maxing out at like 170 frames per second or 180, something like that, overclocked. So keep that in mind. You need a beefier CPU than that to achieve these FPS. Not the 5800X 3D, like it's gonna be okay if you have like a Ryzen 5 3600, for example. But yeah, something better than a 4th gen i7. But yeah, if you really want to keep high settings and keep your FPS above your monitor's refresh rate of 144 all of the time, 800 by 600 high with no MSAA is probably the way to go. As you can see, even near smokes, it's not dropping too much, only into the 170. So even a 165 Hz monitor will be always maxed out at this resolution. And of course, if you are used to the 800 by 600 resolution, well, this is great for you, I guess. I would still lower it down to low to achieve more FPS at 1080p, but you do what you want to do. That's why I'm testing a lot of settings right here. Let's get out. And speaking of low at 1080p, let's test this out now. Here we have it, 1920 by 1080 once again using the low settings with no FSR. It actually defaults to balance FSR, but it looks really bad in this game, so don't use FSR in CS2, please. Alright, we're in the losing team again. Great stuff, I love it every single time. Alright, let's go. Start counting our FPS. This is the Dust 2 at least, so we might be able to play this pretty well this time around. It's my favorite map. Okay, and we're getting like 200s, even near the smoke here. Look at this. That's pretty impressive. Okay, not bad. That's exactly what I want from Counter-Strike. Always above 144 frames per second. Damn it. This guy is gonna save everything. Yes, see that? TJ is the best. I am with you, my friend. You can do it. Nice! They did it! All because of TJ right here. See that? Very good. But see that, by the way? The shadows are still rendered, even on low settings. So that's great for the advantage. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Pick me. I know you're low HP, kind of. Nice. We got him. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, boy. There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. No, 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 another one. Another one. I'm missing the... Did I actually hit that guy? Damage given 44. But yeah, I'm missing the flicks all of the time, dude. I really gotta get used to this game. Also, another thing to note is that you will have a few more FPS if you play competitive instead of casual. I'm just gonna go, you know. Because there are gonna be less people on the servers, of course. Like, this is a lot of people right here. And in competitive is only 5v5. It's time for 720p resolution right now, guys, using the low settings. Let's go with the freaking FAMAS again. I hate it. Okay, wait. There are enemies over on short. Let me throw a grenade there. Start counting our FPS as well. Also, what's the maximum in CS2? I think it's, yeah, it's 400. It's kept to 400. Let's see. Nice. It's a freaking grenade. Okay. As I was saying, if you don't unlock the FPS using the console, it is actually kept to 400 frames per second, and it's never gonna get to actual 400 like CSGO didn't. You know, it's gonna stay in the 380 range, 390 sometimes. But yeah, not that you actually need more FPS than that. But if you want to unlock them, you gotta use the console to do so. And there you go, FPS maximum, yep, set to 400. I'm gonna set it to 0 there, and now it is unlocked. Look at that, getting 400s right away inside of the base. Look in this direction, of course, which is not intensive whatsoever because nothing is happening. Now, of course, I really feel like you should stick to 1080p resolution with the 1650. It was already a really high refresh rate experience, no need to play at 720p. But if you really are very competitive at this game, and even if you have like a 240 Hz monitor for some reason, I mean, those are pretty cheap these days, so you might have picked up one on sale with a 1650, you can actually utilize it and make full use of it, at least on the average department, with the 1650 as well. That's the great thing about these esports titles. If you lower resolution, you're not really missing out on much, at least at 720p. Yes, there are jaggies. Yes, you are at a bit of a disadvantage. Oh my god, what the hell? You are at a bit of a disadvantage because of spotting shadows, spotting people. It's a little bit harder with the lower resolution, of course. But overall, you're not losing much and you're gaining a ton of FPS, of course. So yeah, if you need those 300 FPS on average, this is it. We might be able to win this, right, guys? So, freaking hell, I say that and 3 of us died. Alright, wait. Are you gonna do this? Oh. No. No. Oh my god, that was so bad. I'm gonna retake the short here. No! Okay, got him. Nice. Damn it! Oh my god, a headshot with the scout. Oh, so lucky. And he's 2 HP as well. Damn, dude. I actually hit him with one shot. If I had like an AK, he would be dead. Oh boy, okay. It's still match point. We're doing this, my friends. 5-7. That's great. I restarted the counting system for some reason. I'm sorry about that. I'm just getting a little bit nervous. Yes, they don't need me anymore. I'm just gonna go B, I guess. Oh, no, what? Nobody's middle. Oh, my God. Bro. What? Oh, are you serious? Look at this now. Oh, easy win for the T's. 1024x768 is next using the same low settings. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, I was just changing the settings and it almost got to me. And as you can see, oh, that's the bomb. That's the bomb. Guys, please don't die. Don't die. I'm still getting used to this. God! Seriously? Seriously? There's another one. Please get him. Oh, my goodness. I'm nervous, as I told you guys. Come on. Get the guy. Nice. Good job. We can do this. But yeah, as I told you previously, 1024x768 is going to get very similar FPS to what we saw at 720p. Of course, we still need to see it inside of smokes and stuff. I think it's more often into the 400s than 720p was, but it's around like 10% faster or so than 1024 was. No, definitely not gonna stay here. I'm gonna go. I'm 23 HP at the moment. That's terrible. Let's see the smoke effects right here at 1024x768, dropping down slightly from 200 frames per second. More smoke effects right here. All right. You know, it's always gonna be very smooth for sure. Dude, it's so annoying to be in the losing team every time. Okay, we just joined. This is a Mirage map. We're playing on the T side, by the way. And of course, that's going to be the losing side. Like, only one casualty on the CT team. Seriously. It's just... Let's play the game. Okay, let's play and die and not worry too much about it. Oh, inside of here, the FPS should be really high. Look at that, 600 frames. Of course, you're not going to see 600 frames if you don't have a really beefy CPU here. But yeah, this is what the 1650 can do at 1024x768 in Mirage. Very good performance. Buttery smooth. There's no need for you to drop it down to 800x600 at this point, you know. Okay, lastly, just for funs, I'm gonna test it at 800x600. And now, guys, the problem with 800x600 is that you're actually gonna be CPU bottlenecked because even the 5800X3D sometimes gets low GPU utilization out of the GTX 750. That's just because the tax on the GPU is now really, really low. 800 by 600 at low settings. It's very, very easy to run. And now we're seeing like 80-something% GPU utilization. So we're CPU limited at this point. It doesn't really matter. The FPS are super high, of course. But I think you should just play at 1024 by 768 instead if you really want super high FPS, or even 720p. Because, you know, there's no point. There's no point. You're just lowering resolution too much. You're just seeing things a little bit worse right now, and it's harder to spot people because of the pixelation and stuff. For what? For a CPU bottleneck and slightly higher averages than 1024 by 768 or even 720p. Not worth it, guys. So with that said, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be back in the next one very soon, possibly even today. Stay tuned in for that. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.